Do you feel like it's a daily battle to get your teens out of bed and ready for school on time? If so, in this video, you're going to learn how to overcome this struggle once and for all. If your teens have trouble waking up in the morning, they're probably going to bed too late. So let's first talk about why teens find it hard to go to bed early. There's a biological reason for this. During puberty, there's a shift in your teenager's circadian rhythm. This is the process that regulates your teenager's sleep and wake cycles. As sleep expert Dr. Laura Sterney explains, this shift in circadian rhythm makes it more difficult for teens to fall asleep before 11 p.m. This doesn't mean that it's impossible for teens to go to bed early. It just means that it will take more effort and planning. Sleep experts also generally agree that teens need 9 to 10 hours of sleep a night to be well rested. I've been working with teens around the world for over a decade, so I can say for a fact that it's a tiny percentage of teens who get 9 to 10 hours of sleep a night on average. This means that most teens have a lot of sleep debt. The way sleep debt works is that if your teens need 9 hours of sleep but only get 6 hours, then they would accumulate 3 hours of sleep debt. If this happens for 5 days in a row, your teens would accumulate 15 hours of sleep debt. This is because 5 days multiplied by 3 hours of sleep debt each day equals 15 hours of sleep debt in total. According to the medical experts at sleepfoundation.org, sleep debt is linked to reduced immune function, metabolic dysregulation, weight gain, and poorer memory and brain function, among other negative effects. I'm not saying this to scare you. I just want to highlight how essential it is for your teens to get enough sleep. This is something that's related to how hard it is for your teens to get up each morning. Before we dive into the practical tips, let me quickly mention a few other potential reasons why it's hard for your teens to get up in the morning. Drug abuse, alcohol abuse, anxiety, and depression can greatly affect sleep patterns. So if you think any of those might be contributing factors, then you need to address those issues first. I'm Daniel Wong, and I specialize in helping teens to thrive. Now let's talk about how to get your teens to wake up on time for school. Here's tip number 1. Make it clear that getting up on time is your teen's responsibility. This isn't just about getting your teens to set their own alarm, even though that is something they should be doing. It's about making sure your teens understand that getting up on time is their responsibility, not yours. Many parents indirectly assume responsibility for this. How? By waking their teens up every morning, dragging their teens out of bed, or yelling at their teens to get up and get ready. When parents do these things, they have become responsible for their teens getting up on time. The teens don't need to set their own alarm or make a plan to get up on time because they know the parents will ensure that they get up. So have a calm conversation with your teens to make it clear that you're no longer going to be responsible for them getting up on time. Tip number 2. Let your teens experience the natural consequences of waking up late. As a follow-up to the previous tip, I encourage you to explain to your teens that they'll need to deal with the consequences if they wake up late. For example, if they wake up late, you won't drive them to school, so they'll need to take the bus or train. If that means that your teens will miss a test or have to serve detention, then those are the natural consequences they'll have to deal with. Don't make snide or mean-spirited comments when they get up late. And resist the urge to say something like, "See, I told you this was going to happen." Instead, just let the natural consequences play out. Don't say a word if you don't have to. After all, natural consequences are a better teacher than all forms of lectures and reminders. Tip number 3. Have a problem-solving discussion with your teens. If tip number 1 and 2 don't do the trick, then it's time to work with your teens to come up with a plan. Get to the root of the issue and understand your teen's perspective on the situation. Then do some brainstorming and find possible solutions. You might discuss things related to their morning routine, bedtime on school nights and non-school nights, etc. Write down the plan and the agreed upon consequences, if any. Make sure that both you and your teens find the plan acceptable. Stick to the plan and be sure to review it periodically, making adjustments if necessary. If you're finding this video helpful so far, please click the like button. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on future videos about helping teens to thrive. Quick question. How hard is it for your teen to wake up on time for school? Leave a comment below and let me know. Tip number 4. Create a family no electronics after 10 p.m. rule. Of course, it might not be exactly 10 p.m. for your family. It could be 9:30 p.m. or 10:30 p.m. or some other time that works based on your family's schedule. You might decide that this rule only applies on school nights, but having this kind of rule will help everyone to wind down and get ready for bed. It might not always be possible for everyone in the family to follow the rule. For example, you might work the night shift, so you can't just turn off your phone at 10 p.m. But if it's a family rule that everyone keeps to, it will be easier to implement. If not, your teens will think it's unfair and hypocritical of you that they can't have screen time after 10 p.m., but you can. When parenting teens, it's always a good idea to shift the dynamic from you versus your teen to us as a family. You could get everyone in the family to charge their devices in a common area like the living room from 10 p.m. onwards. Now here comes the objection that your teens will definitely have. I need to sleep next to my phone because my phone is my alarm clock. The solution to this is simple. Get them a real alarm clock. Get them 2 alarm clocks if they think they won't be able to wake up with just 1 alarm. Tip number 5. Dim all the lights in the house after 8 p.m. The American Academy of Sleep Medicine reports that being exposed to light at night can suppress melatonin levels and ruin your sleep. Melatonin is a hormone that's needed to regulate the sleep-wake cycle. If your teens are exposed to light at night, their melatonin levels will be lower and they won't feel tired when it's time to go to bed. Of course, it's almost impossible to avoid all exposure to light at night. So the best you can do is to dim the lights in the house after 8 p.m. or so. Also, the color of the light matters. Research indicates that light that's warmer in color is better at allowing you to wind down at night. Warm colors are those that look more orange or yellow. In contrast, light that's cooler in color can prevent you from winding down at night. Cool colors are those that look more blue. So try to only turn on the warm lights in your house after sunset. Tip number 6. Encourage your teens to exercise and spend time outdoors. The Cleveland Clinic describes how physical activity and exposure to sunlight have a positive effect on sleep. The Cleveland Clinic even discusses the research that shows that physical activity can be as effective as prescription sleep medication in improving sleep. Even if it's just going for a 10 or 15-minute walk in the sun every day, it could help your teens to get on a better sleep schedule. I know it's hard to force your teens to exercise and go outdoors, but this could be part of the problem-solving discussion that we talked about under tip number 3. On weekends and holidays, consider planning outdoor family activities. You could go for a hike, spend time at the beach, or have a picnic at the park. These activities promote better sleep and also help you to make memories as a family. These 6 tips will enable your teens to wake up on time for school every day. But do your teens struggle with a lack of motivation? If so, check out this free ebook I've written entitled 16 Keys to Motivating Your Teenager. Visit danielwong.com/ebook to download the ebook today. Make sure to put all the letters in lowercase. I've also included the download link in the description below. And I've created this other video for parents who feel like they frequently nag their teens. In the video, I explain what you can say to your teens instead of nagging them. So watch it next.